Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. I hope you're all well and good. I made a vlog yesterday, and I edited it, and I put it through my, I was editing, I was rendering it, or whatever you call it, making it into what it was going to be presented to the public as. I made that last night, and for some reason this video app I use for most of my videos has done that from time to time, and the video just gets erased. So, and I still have it on my camera, but it's yesterday's video. So here's today's video. I had my return to Trent Radio. What do you say we got a dip here? I got this can of Timberwolf peach that I've had in my freezer, and peaches are good for breakfast, right, Weasley? Yeah. Alright. It's like getting the fuzz off the peach here. So the last couple days I've had, I don't know, maybe it's a Canadian thing. Well, it's definitely a Canadian thing. I don't know how far it reaches outside of Canada, but there used to be these two comedians named Bob and Doug McKenzie, and they were just like two drunk brothers who sat and talked in in deep Canadian dialect, and called each other hosers a lot, and their big thing they were known for is they'd always say, "Take off, eh?" That's a very Canadian thing to say. Take off, eh? Take off, eh, you hoser? And this is the things we would stay up against our parents' wishes to watch on late night television after they'd gone to bed. Oh yeah, Timberwolf peach, ladies and gentlemen, the best peach dip, I think. Skull's pretty good. In fact, I really like Skull peach. But Timberwolf is the master. All right. Anyhow, Bob and Doug McKenzie had this song called "Take Off to the Great White North," and Weasley, jeez, man, they had this. Their kind of their theme went like, and they'd always do that to each other, which I suppose is also a very Canadian thing to do. We do have kind of ritualistic ways of greeting each other sometimes. I'm sure that's worldwide, though. Anyhow, they made a song with Geddy Lee from Rush, and I don't know how many Americans even know Rush, man. Like they were a Canadian band, a pretty big one though. But yeah, so they did a, I don't know, it's just a novelty song, right? And but I've had it in my head all last couple of days. I don't know why. Maybe it's the snow outside. But yeah, I had my return to the radio yesterday, and thanks if you were listening. I know some people who watch my show here listen to my radio show, so thank you very much. If you did, and if you didn't, uh, I love you anyway, you know. But yesterday was a weird fucking day. Uh, it was a day of mishap, heartbreak, and hassles, you know, and horrifying things, you know. I have a friend, a very dear friend of mine, who's in a lot of trouble right now, um, with he's got pretty bad drug issues, and he's in a lot of trouble right now. So that's kind of breaking my heart. I don't know what I can do for him, you know. Um, yeah, but you know, and then going to the radio, and the radio was wonderful and all. It was a great day. We got renovations there. We have like all new flooring. Uh, they're just renovating everything. We have one big studio that used to have all our vinyl collection, which was thousands and thousands of records, and they've all been moved to the basement or in the other one of the other studios. Oh, it's crazy there, and there's a whole bunch of new kind of rules and regulations for hanging out in the kitchen, which is really what you do when you're turn radio. Unless you're programming, you're hanging out in the kitchen. But it's all good. It was just kind of confusing, and I was almost an hour late for my shift because I had to stop at the pharmacy to pick up a prescription, and they called me in to do my annual prescription review. It's this thing I have to do every year. Everyone who takes a bunch of medication has to do this. And I was given the impression it would take like a couple minutes. Like that's, oh, it'll just take a couple minutes. And I had to start my shift at the radio at 11:30. And when the review was over, he asked me if I had any final questions, and I said, "Yeah, what time is it?" And he told me it was 11:30, and I just kind of ran out. I don't know if I even said goodbye to anybody. I was just like, "Man, I got to be somewhere 40 minutes away now," you know. And but yeah. So then, anyway, I went to take a bus up to the station, or yeah, the radio station, and while I was at the bus terminal, my friend who had been confessing about a relapse, but really like saying he's clean, he's doing good, blah blah blah, just telling me whatever. I see him and he told me what he was gonna be doing all day. He was gonna be staying home and cleaning up his place and stuff like that. And anyway, so I'm at the terminal, and anyway, I see him wandering around the bus terminal and looking pretty cranked up, pretty high. um, so I got his attention. He actually tried to deke me out, and that's another Canadian term, deke. It means like avoid me, um, to avoid. He tried to deke me out, and I had to like almost. And now, a word from our sponsors. Chase him down, and then I talked to him for a bit, and I think he was pretty tuned up, So I'm really worried for my friend, but we'll see. You never know till you get there, right? Do all you can do. Yeah, so it's just like all these things that were just like upsetting, and then you hear the news, it looks like fucking World War III, and at least there's been some bombing going on, and it's all just, when you're a guy like me sitting here in central Ontario, and you hear about all these things going on, you kind of go, man, are they kicking off World War III, or are they just gonna have a little scuffle? And you never know, man. There's been so much pointless war in the Middle East, and so many lives lost over politics. And it's a sorry state of affairs, but I don't really talk politics here on the channel. But it was intense watching the news yesterday, Yeah, and then that, like little things like I don't know, like I had to clean the cat litter, and I don't I'm kind of messed up physically a bit here, and so I'm bending down to clean up the cat litter, and I do that, but when I stood up, I lost all my equilibrium, and I fell, and my hand landed right in the kitty litter bag. Like, I was like, damn, So I had to go clean that. Like, I don't like cat poop. It's pretty nasty stuff. But oh yeah, so many little fucking annoying things yesterday, But my phone was acting funny. Like my video got deleted. My phone, like I was trying to talk to a couple of people, and my phone kept not letting me text. and or send voice messages or whatever. And so I kept having to turn it off and turn it on. Fuck, it was a bitch of a day, man. But it's a new day today. The sun is shining. It looks kind of nice out. I'm gonna try to go out for a walk today, and yeah, and I got a my friend Joe, uh, my friend Joe Koss. He commented on my cookie pot 7-Up cookie cake, and yes, it is very high in sugar. Um, but you gotta understand these recipes, like a recipe like that, that's a recipe from prison. You know what I mean? Um, it's just another way of eating junk food, I guess. You know, and yeah, it's all full of sugar, but in prison that or at the food bank, that's all they give you is sugar and carbs. You know, fucking noodle soups and fucking candy bars and honey buns. So it's just ways to take. When you're in those situations. It's good. Like for me. When I had to go to the food bank all the time. And literally all they give you is sugar and carbs. You get a choice of like a little tin of peanut butter or a can of tuna or something like that. That's your whole protein for the month. Other than maybe they'll give you a can of beans or something like that, right? Everything else is like carbs, bread, bread like products, stale pastries, cookies, granola bars. I used to go to one food bank. The guy who I normally did the whole procedure with, he would give me fistfuls of fucking lollipops and Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that. I didn't ask him either. He'd just be like, "Oh, you got kids here. You need a bunch of this stuff." So it's pretty limited what you got to work with. So yeah, like recipes like that, like it's like kind of making the best of what you got, right? Like why eat dry fucking stale biscuits when you can crush them up and make a nice light fluffy cake out of them, So I got more recipes coming, people. Yeah, a lot of them I've done on this channel before, but like that was like 3 years ago, and the videos were very bad quality, and the perspective was very bad on them. Um, but yeah, I got some recipes. So yeah, and I know all about the demon of sugar. I know why it's bad, but yeah, you gotta have some fun in life, and make the best of what you got at all times with everything. That's what I preach. Always look at the light. You and yeah. I'm getting subscribers. Like it seems like I'm getting one a day. So thank you all to the new subscribers. I haven't been getting notifications on who anybody is, but as a low balling fucking random, not really. I don't know. I'm kind of a dip channel. I'm kind of a music channel. I'm kind of a just sitting and yakking at you channel. You know. But I appreciate everyone who subscribes and watches my content. So thank you all very much. Hope you have a great day. Be well, and I'll see you soon, probably later today, in the meth end of town. Be well.